All right, y'all. All right, all right. What's happening, everybody? We're still trying to get ourselves together here. We are getting everything settled. Thank y'all for joining. We're about to have my brother on today, and we're going to have a little bit of a recap talk from the weekend. Let me turn my volume on the computer down so that's not of interference. We're getting ready to get Lambo our link, and we're about to have a good time this morning, shall we? We're going to have a good time, y'all. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody doing all right? Everybody doing all right? Everybody doing all right? Hope all is well. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? We got 25 people on already. What's going on? My brother Jackson's in the building. What's going on? Thomas Evans in the building. What's up? Passive Income Crockett's in the building. Hey, man, bro, I'm sick for you because it was an amazing, amazing experience. But you know what is beautiful about that? There will be more opportunities. And and sometimes we got to make opportunities of our own, right? So we're gonna link up and we're gonna figure out how we can get us all in the same place for a mastermind, maybe before the next time we meet up for that event as well. Let me see. I want to make sure that I got all my ducks in a row here. For those of you that don't know, Lambo Drew is my brother. All right. So this is going to be a little bit of a candid conversation. And I'm gonna get on him too, because you know he's the one that usually goes live, I believe, on in the morning time. I only do impromptu lives, or if I, you know what I'm saying, but this was important because I got my brother Dap on. I mean, not my brother Dap, my brother Lambo Drew on today. And I usually have Dap on, but we got Lambo Drew on today. And we're going to talk about some of the amazing things that we've experienced this weekend. I know we both have different stories about the weekend. We're going to share those with you guys because, man, this weekend was a powerful weekend. Let's see who else is in there. All is well. Liz Hobson. Nice to see you on here, Liz. Missy Crypto in the building. Good morning. Evan Emerson. Good morning. Hello. My brother Pete. What's going on? Crypto Boomer is in the house. What's going on, my brother? Terrence Coombs in the house. What's up? Evan Emerson. What's going on? Hey, man, you already know Passive Income Croc. We're going to make it happen. And I still got to come down to the SIP, man. I mean, I don't think you understand. That's where my family's from, you know. So I ain't been there. I ain't been down there since, you know, before my grandmother passed away, and it's been pandemic time. So, you know, I'm gonna make my way. Thomas Evans, Garbla Page, yo, high roller. Hey, don't pocket watch me down. Don't pocket watch me. Chris Biz is in the building. I'll be coming in hot. You already know. Listen, I got my gear on. I got my gear on now. Attract All Things is in the building. What's going on? Attract All Things. Did I get is Lambo in here yet? Is Lambo in here yet? Lambo, come on, man. How y'all doing? Y'all come on in. We're going live with Lambo. And as soon as he gets in this room, we're going live with Lambo, ladies and gentlemen. This is we're just going to do a recap call. Some of you know I was traveling and I got the awesome opportunity to meet so many people this weekend. Without further ado, my brother Lambo Drew's about to be on here. Now you might see Andrew Johnson, but his real name is Lambo. And don't let him tell you when he gets on here that he ate bologna sandwiches all weekend. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. My brother, what's going on, man?
Man, what it do, BLJ? What's popping, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man. How about yourself?
Man, life is good, brother. You know what? We recapping, man, over the weekend, dude. Long weekend. Sir. Very strong weekend. Excited to see you, man.
Yeah, man. I was excited to see you as well. I had I got to see people I knew from the jump, right?
Yeah.
From the time I got on the plane. That's how I know that this trip was meant to be an exciting trip. I was thinking, you know, I'm doing my thing. You know, I get on, I got my first class plane ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm traveling how we supposed to travel these days. You know, I'm feeling comfortable. And the next thing you know, as I'm walking down the tarmac to the plane, I was like, that looked like Larry the Lion right there.
Yeah.
That looked like Larry, but I don't want to be that guy that screams Larry at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, and be wrong. I don't want to be that guy. So I kind of waited, you know, as soon as we got on the plane, I looked at him for a little while just to wait and see if he'd look at me.
Right. Right.
As they were telling him he was in the wrong seat, his right seat was right next to me.
That's, you know what time it is,
man. That's
a good thing, man. When you could be in a wrong place, feel like the wrong time, and then all of a sudden it's actually the right time.
The right place at the right time, man. So tell me how you doing this morning. We got Lambo Drew in the building today. For those of you that don't know who Lambo Drew is, first of all, I don't know that I've given you an adequate introduction, brother. I already told him that, you know, we jumped on my live this morning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought we was going to be on the special live with all the extra zoom in Lambo cars and the zoom and all the sound effects. You know what I'm saying? I got an applause button, so I can clap it up for you, Lambo. I can do that. Hit
that button for Lambo.
But seriously, you guys, Lambo Drew has been an extreme blessing and mentor, a brother and a friend to me during this journey. And it's one of those cases where it's like, you don't have to know somebody forever to feel like you've known somebody forever. And, you know, we mesh very well in mindset. And, you know, he's just a very inspiring brother. And most of you have seen him on his own channel, and you've seen him on my channel. So we kind of try to bridge the gap. We're in a lot of different things together, both in the crypto space and outside of the crypto space. It's all about diversification in its true sense of the form. And it's all about that 10X.
Baby,
so
you know what
I'm saying? We put the plug in for you now. But without further ado, I want Lambo Drew to say a couple things, and then we'll get rolling on the weekend recap. Y'all, you go ahead and clap it up and say shout out to Lambo Drew. Make sure y'all put in the chat, Lambo.
Yeah,
Lambo in the chat.
Man, listen, BOJ, like, first and foremost, man, I really want to go on ahead and give credit to you. A lot of people don't know what you put into this space and what you mean to this space, what you mean to the culture, what you mean to the people. You know, this weekend, you got a chance to see that. Yeah. You got a chance to see people in the space, because you don't get the chance to travel much for what you do on else. You got something else that's really going on, that's just passion, that's just drive. God has blessed him and anointed him for that area in his life. And what he's doing, he's reaching the masses, even in that area, as much as he's reaching the masses in front of you. The one cool thing I love about what you do is your hunger and your sincerity towards people. Yeah. And you didn't get a chance. You didn't get a chance, but you did get a small smidget of a chance that Saturday. Yeah. When you arrived at the event that Friday and you went in and you was talking to a few people, you got a chance to hug some necks and some conversations, take a lot of pictures, right? Take a lot of pictures. Yeah. I say, boy, this BOJ cutting up in here, man. You know. So it was good to see you in that. Yeah. It was good to see you in the part of me and you stepping out in the hallway, and we had some time. I hate to say this, y'all. Me and BOJ were probably more outside of the venue than we were on the inside of the venue. I'm not lying.
I ain't lying to you either. I'll tell you straight up.
BOJ, they was trapping us. We was outside networking, talking to people, taking pictures, photos. Really, it blessed our lives both, right? Yeah. And you know, I caught the blunt of it the next day, that Sunday. and I sent BOJ a text and say, hey, man, they didn't all stop from you and flock to me with these pictures and stuff like that.
Where's that other chocolate brother at?
Yeah, BOJ, he didn't get no more, but Lambo's here. So it was a blessing, man. Needless to say, to be with the people, man, enjoy some amazing times. Yeah. I mean, we could go on ahead and start dropping all kind of names from Coach Rashid. Shout out to Coach Rashid.
Shout out to Coach Rashid.
Man, Larry the Lion, my guy, Big Duke, man, and we gotta
Big Duke. Shout out to Big Duke, man.
Oh my God. So we got a chance to have some personal time, y'all. Yeah. Us, if you know it. But not just that, everybody who literally came. to the event and who showed up, who showed you love, BOJ.
Yeah.
There's a time, man, and that you were literally in the back and you couldn't even make it or even be focused, attentive on it from everybody saying what you have been to them in their life and them physically being able to touch you and physically being able to give you your flowers. And, you know, I really want to thank somebody before I go into talking to you a little bit more. I want to thank your dad.
Yeah.
I want to thank your father for really putting you into this space, giving you some nuggets, and showing you this. And I don't know how big the impact that your father knows, how much that you have made by him showing you some things and then allowing this journey to go to the next level. Let's give a shout out to BOJ's dad, man.
I gotta give one, and I don't know if he's watching. I'm gonna check the comment section real quick just to see if he's watching. There he is. Smithology Projects in the back. Good morning, Pop. Thank you so much for everything that you've put into me, that you've shown me. I hope that even though you didn't get to see me out here, and you hear Lambo was with me just about the whole time I was down there. You know, I hope that I made you proud, and this is something that we're excited about, continuously to be excited about. We're being the bridge for our families, and you know, that's what it's about. You know, it's kind of about bridging the gap, and even if I have to go out to new waters, you know, and stuff like that, I want to make sure that I am still the best representation of my family that I can be. So shout out to my dad and shout out to my mom, because as my dad has been the biggest male influence in my life, my mom is my biggest heart influence of my life. And, you know, I gotta give them both their due today. So I'm gonna press that applause button for them as well. You know, gotta make it happen. Gotta make it happen. So shout out to my pop, shout out to my mom, and all my family for paving the way for myself. So appreciative.
Thank y'all, man. And I really want to say this. You know, we're gonna talk about this just a little bit.
Yeah.
BOJ's impact there was all over the room. Let's be real with this.
Yeah.
All over the room. When you look at so many people, there was a time when we were at the event and BOJ didn't get the chance to see this.
Yeah.
Because BOJ had a prior engagement to go ahead and take place. And they lined people up and they gave them supposed to have been only a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes to talk and speak. When people got to that podium, and people said, how did they get into this program? Which we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So we got some very sad news to tell a lot of people as well, right? Right. We got some very sad news to tell people, right?
I don't know exactly what the sad news just is yet.
Don't worry about it. I'll let you know.
You'll get me hip. You'll get me
hip. I get you hip. So people are actually at the podium. They're giving how this program has changed their life.
Yeah.
And the moment and everything, man, that they're talking about this program, you see grown men, women with tears in their eyes, speaking of their journey and how they were introduced by BOJ. So I don't know the level that you actually known of impact that you've made. And the people who are at that podium speaking behind that mic and actually talking about it was because of BOJ. It was because of this platform that I'm standing here today, that I'm able to provide for my family, able to provide for my culture, my community, that I'm able to provide for everything that is connected to me. It's because of his platform that I'm here. I don't know you understand the magnitude of that. When there are more people and who were standing in that line, let me, by the way, add, those people are making, those are 6-figure plus earners a year. Let's keep that in mind. There's 6 figures plus earners a year. So when you talk about what's behind you and the power of a podcast, the power of your voice, the power and how instrumental you are in this space to people, to the culture, to communities. When I mean to tell y'all, Bill J had a following of millions of dollars behind him being shifted to help change communities around the world.
Yeah.
Says a testimony of what God has positioned him in to this place, positioned him into this family, into this culture, and has allowed his voice just not to be mediocre, but to be extraordinary to the highest level. And I really want to thank you, Bill J. We really want to thank you. The community wants to thank you. The BOJ tribe wants to thank you. The Lambo Lounge wants to thank you. The Leverage Show tribe wants to thank you. There's so many people who are in this that truly want to thank you for what you've done, for who you are, what you stand for, and how you have literally taken people to a next level. Not being able to say this in an egotistical way, but you have been the hero to this generation in crypto, sharing your journey to so many people.
Wow. Bro, listen, first of all, I thank you. And I want to take this time while I have the chance to thank the BOJ community. You know, you guys have been pretty ride or die for me, man. When things happen over here and I tell people, hey, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. There's people that move on my behalf. I don't even have to say anything. I can't say that outside of my family, like my close family, even some of my close family can't get it right. You know what I'm saying? I love them either way. But, you know, I have never seen people move like that. I've never seen, you know, I was telling Lambo, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I'm going to be honest with you guys before this trip. Now, I'm a network marketing guy. I've been a network marketing guy since I was 19, and I'm a 30-year-old man right now. So this should not be one of those things that I would assume that I would be feeling at this moment. But when I was getting on that plane, I was like, well, you know, there's going to be so many people, right, that may know who I am. And the uncomfortable part about that is I may not know who everybody else is.
Yeah.
And I don't know what everyone's intentions are. I don't know that kind of stuff. So I gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? That was my thought. It's like, hey, listen, I know how to make sure that I'm, you know, being gracious to the people, because without them, there would not be much of a channel for me. Not saying that I wouldn't keep going, because regardless if there's 2 people watching or if there's 200,000 people watching, I do feel like I was called for this time, and I do believe I was called for this purpose in this time, amongst the other things that I've been called to do. But I just got to say thank you to you guys for welcoming me the way that you did. People were buying me food and drinks, and I said, you know what? And shout out to my DeFi dude. Brother bought me dinner, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna pay it forward, because that's what I know to do. It's you know, someone blesses me with something like that. If I have the opportunity to pay it forward, I got to do it as soon as I can. And I was blessed to be able to have the opportunity to do it immediately to the brother that was sitting right next to me at the table. So just shout out to everybody that was down there, from the Jackson Armstrongs to Rashid, to my new family, T. Mosley. You know, I wish I got to see Deloach. I wish I got to see so many other people that were down there. Jamsey, I got to shake his hand on his way out of a door. So I was like, oh, I get to shake James's hand. Yeah. You know, I was excited about that. And probably just as excited as many folks were to take pictures with me and different stuff like that. I love that. I miss the belly-to-belly interactions with people, because, you know, in this space, I was always a small fry. You know, and I'm telling you this, Lambo, when I was growing up, 19, 20, 21, and I'm going to these events, you know, it meant the world to me to meet some of these leaders that were on these Zoom calls and doing these presentations all over the world. It meant everything to me to get pictures with these people. My Facebook is filled with network marketing professionals to this day, right? Because it was important to me then. So I understood how it might be important for those to get a picture with me, and it was a very humbling experience. And then to get the opportunity to have some small mastermind conversations along the way. You know, I was talking to, we were all talking to some very important people when we could have been getting some announcements. So that's why I had to come in and tell some folks, hey, look, I'm sorry. It was a bit overwhelming. I could have stayed in the room and got every bit of announcement from this program, but I had to take some opportunity to network with some people that I found were one, interesting, two, could be a huge value to not only me, but our community as a whole.
Yes.
And one of the things that one of those gentlemen said, who maybe we can have him on the show one day. I don't want to quite name drop him right here, but
we're gonna name drop him. Shout out to Tim.
My brother Tim. Shout out to Tim, man. One of the things that he told us while we was talking to him is we don't see too many folks that look like us in places like this.
Facts.
And I don't mean to make this a whole racial thing, because it's not. It's all about everybody having an opportunity to progress and move forward. And I'm all for that. But what we also do know is that there are a certain selection of melanated people that may not have this kind of exposure and this kind of opportunity to grab this kind of information. So I know I took it upon myself. I know Lambo took it upon himself and a few others that were around us. We took some time to really talk to some people that can help forward our lives, even outside of this space. And if you guys aren't doing that, for those of you that are watching, if you're not taking an opportunity to go and network with some of these people that are at a different level or on a new level or something else, 10 times your level, find these people and humble yourself and just say hello, you know? By the time we were done with the conversation, I don't even know if he knows my real name. He was calling me BOJ. I texted him the other day. He was like, BOJ, I know who this is. I was like, oh, Lord, the people done got to you now. They done got to you. But, man, it was just, I'm still overwhelmed. You know, I got my passive income shirt on.
I see. Passive income state of mind. Hey.
Listen, I'm excited about what is to come, and just what we have been able to accomplish in this space. Has been nothing short of amazing. And to be able to share the room with so many people, man, what a blessing this weekend was. Even though I only got a sliver with you guys, God pulled me to another place to do another. And boy, I got something to tell you about that experience too, as well, because some blessings came from that experience, just in pressing through and going to do that as well. Man, we'll keep it on topic for right now. We'll keep it real.
It's definitely a free show, man. We have definitely, this is the impromptu, man. So again, we can talk about some things free range. And I can honestly say that even with that, you know, BOJ, man, like I said, most brothers, and let me say this truthfully, after he came from that event that he was at, BOJ slid over to the Airbnb that we were at. So for those who know, I posted it in my group, right? Only in the group. So a lot of pictures I didn't post out there. I did post some pictures yesterday to Instagram, but in the group is where everybody got all the photos. They were keeping up with stuff, man. And I seen Coach Rashid, he's putting stuff in his group and pinning stuff. And Jay Ford, shout out to the pin group, man, and Croc and all of them, putting stuff inside of their group and keeping it informed. And I see everybody moving back and forth, putting stuff inside of their groups. And like, yo, we're keeping everybody informed of what's going on at the event, who's there, who's doing this. I just got a message from Jamsey this morning, man, speaking of that, man. Just like, bro, you and BOJ were probably the dopest two people, man, that I used to meet. I'm not lying, physically receipts to show.
Yeah.
And Jams, man, like there's certain people like he'll sit back and kind of like he'll look at, you know, won't say too much, he'll look at. And as much networking as he's doing, the respect level from afar is amazing. And that goes both ways. We see the impact of Jamsey. Jamsey was like Michael Jackson in it.
Oh my God.
Golly. Jamsey was like Michael Jackson.
I was like, listen, because when I saw, and of course, people were cracking jokes on me because they was like, you look much smaller on camera.
Yeah, I know.
Even when I got to y'all, just like, man, BOJ, you much bigger than I thought you were, bro. I relax. A lot of hard work went into this, and a lot of not work. It was hard work once upon a time, then it turned into not work, and it kind of got, you know, we digress. But when I saw Jamsey, I was like, man, that's Jamsey. I had that little bit of celebrity moment, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I made sure when you're at events like that, you're kind of in tunnel vision mode sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that I know that I probably would have spoken to if I wasn't like locked into whatever conversation or getting to where I needed to be or whatever. So I know when I shook his hand, he was a little bit locked in. But when he saw me, he was like, whoa, oh, BOJ. You know what I'm saying? So we got a small moment. I wanted to definitely get a picture, but we were both so involved. And that's why it's going to be so cool when we get an opportunity to really kind of mastermind as leaders and come together and you know, and really kind of break bread together. I think that's something that we ought to do. And, you know, and really kind of talk about these, especially like we're doing right now, man. We got to let people know that what's going on. And even though we can't share everything, right? Yeah. We got to let people know that, you know, this kind of stuff is happening and it's going on and it's changing people's lives. It really is.
It really is.
So,
and I think that that's the testament, though, of trial and error and talk about your journey.
Yep.
The journey allowed you to meet certain people, and that journey allowed the people to be able to decide who we're going to connect with and how we're going to continue to keep running these things.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There are so many projects that we have been involved. I mean, heck, let's put it out there, man. There's so many projects that have been involved that people don't give credit to. You know, shout out to Novatech. You know, people are they down Novatech for all this stuff, right? Yep. But let's look at the track record of that before we go on ahead and put that to the side.
Right.
Let's be real. Yeah. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You have over 4 years of a clean platform, right? Mm-hmm. That paid you out 3% plus a week. Some weeks a little less, some weeks a little more. But for those who got in early, or even if you got in within the last year, you at least recoup your money back. Yeah. Let's be real. Let's be real. You didn't get in at the 4-year, almost 5-year mark. You still recoup your money back.
Yep, or you were damn close.
Oh, you were close. I'm just keeping 100.
You were close. Yeah.
So when I look at platforms like that, when I look at platforms that have stood the test of time and are changing lives, I don't think we give enough credit to do when things happen. Now, remember, we all know, shout out to my guy, Sean Hill, who says it the best. All platforms will come to an end one day.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
How long that platform comes or when it comes or whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
It's going to come to an end one day.
Yeah. We've yet to see a platform last forever.
Right. So when we look at this, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
When we look at this in this space, your objective as an investor or your mindset as an investor.
Yeah.
It's the first say, you know what? Am I using risk management, proper risk management?
Right.
First? Am I using proper risk management first? And then secondly, if the money that I'm using proper risk management, if something was to happen, then I sustain the blow of losing whatever that investment is.
Right.
Whatever I put that into. Your mindset as an investor should never be to put money into an investment and allow that investment to come back the same as you seen it. It should be always to capitalize more.
That's right.
If you want money for the same amount of money that you put into something, go put your money in the bank.
Yeah.
And then go put it out.
Yep.
But I can guarantee you this, the lives that were changed over this weekend were into something.
Yeah.
Into a program that literally gave them a loan of 25% a month back on their packages.
Yeah.
And literally that, you can't call it an investment, but literally that opportunity allowed to change countless of lives.
Yep. Yep.
Countless of lives.
And when you have, when you have a program, I want to make sure I'm saying this the right way. You know what I'm saying? When you have an opportunity like this that does what you said, right? And then it's proven. It had we had 15 millionaires. I think they were all there.
We had a lot of them. We had about who was in that group. We had no. In that group that was stated, there was only, I think, 4 that showed.
4 that show? Okay.
Four that physically were there, but they had other people on the affiliate side who were there who hadn't made that.
Yeah.
But so let's get that right.
Yeah. So little context. Some millionaires were made in different ways.
Yeah. So
some made themselves millionaires, some made themselves millionaires by sharing.
Affiliate, by sharing opportunity.
Yep.
So the affiliates who made the opportunity were there in like numbers, like literally, they were there. So I think in total, you look at the people who were there, and they were able to come up and to talk and receive their award. There was about 15 in total.
Okay. Yeah.
But the actual purchase the actual media packages that were there I think there were the 4 top ones that were there. And they just about all came from Team Hope. Shout out to Team Hope.
Shout out to Team Hope. Can I applaud for them real quick?
Applaud Team Hope.
Can I just do it? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. And there's some people out there that are some haters by nature. And we can't control that. But I get excited when I see people pass me, right? Because 1, I'm excited for them. But 2, puts a little juice in my back. And sometimes we all need a little juice in our back. It's not about doing better than the other person, but whatever you need to give you a little bit more fervor for what you've got going on. Whatever you need to go help that next person, whatever helps motivate you to go do that next thing. That's what's important. And when I saw, when I see the leaderboard and they change and, some people treat the leaderboard a little bit different than others, I just know that everybody on that leaderboard has had their lives changed.
Yes.
And that's what's important to me. Honestly, that's what's important to me. So I was a little bummed I didn't get to meet Team Hope or the leader of Team Hope. And for me to hear that they were as close as they were to me in proximity and in number.
Yeah.
I was a little bit like,
brother, they had a whole section.
Yeah. They came deep.
They came deep, boy.
So shout out to Team Hope, man. But just a testament to the great things that are going on, man. Just people are changing their lives, and they're really getting information that is allowing them to level up in all facets. We had an opportunity to learn all types of things. Some weren't even crypto related, that we had an opportunity to learn that are going to allow us to continue to level up.
Bruh. Let's talk about some of those opportunities.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. We're going to talk about something. See, so everybody and everything, man, that was there at the event. Couldn't wait to go on ahead and hear all of this stuff. And there were some people, man, and let's just be real. And we're going to get on some news in a minute that was broke there at the event.
Yeah.
But everybody there was either there to be a spectator or a participator.
That's right.
Let's be real.
That's right.
So to have not just this, and I don't know if you knew this, but Ed had 3 of his doctors that were there.
Mm-hmm.
His own doctors that literally physically work on him.
Yeah.
Were actually a part of this wonderful opportunity. Were there in the midst with him.
Yeah.
Not only that, Ed turned around and bought his legal team with him that was there. And this is the part that we're going to get ready to talk about. Shout out to Tim and Gabby.
Yeah, shout out to Tim and Gabby. So amazing.
Clap that up for them, man. Let's clap that up for them.
Man, hold on 1 second. I want to show you something that just came in the mail today. Give me like 60 seconds and hold exactly where you were, because I did something that Gabby told me to do. And I'm give me 1 second.
Go ahead, BLJ. I talk to the people. Listen, y'all, if y'all missed this event, the thing that Lambo is going to tell y'all, please make sure you make the next one. Do your due diligence of making the next event, because I promise you it will bless your life. Oh, snap. Shout out to BLJ. Oh, my gosh. BOJ, I want you to elaborate on that a little bit and what is so significant about that book that you just showed.
So first of all, this book, and I got to get into it, right? I got to get into it and really see what this is going to mean to me. But this is just the kind of person that I am, right? When I see information is given, I see that it's working. I see that it's going to be an asset to the things that I do every day. As Gabby said, go and get this Becoming Your Own Banker book, Unlock the Infinite Banking Concept by R. Nelson Nash. And then she told me she specifically worked with him for like, what, a decade?
10 years.
He passed away?
10 years.
I said, I'm ordering this book immediately. Right? As I was sitting, you can ask Jackson. I was sitting right next to Jackson in the back of the room. I said, we getting this book right now.
Thanks.
So I just had to show y'all. I got another book too that I want to share with y'all that was a gift. Coach Rashid, man. You got your book close to you? I want to keep running in and out the camera because I know I have my book in my bedroom. But shout out to Coach Rashid, man, for an awesome book. And it's so on time. How to 10X, how to make your life 10 times better. I think I'm on the right train with that. It's all about making our lives better. It's all about leveling up, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we're striving to do every day. So take the opportunity. When people tell you to go and get study material, if you really want to level up, go and get it. And then go challenge yourself to use that and apply it. Because it's one thing, and I tell my brothers this all the time, it's one thing to fill your head with knowledge. I got plenty of brothers that'll do research all day long. They'll sit in front of a computer, they'll sit in front of a book. But when it comes to that application, brother, we all can have a little bit of issue with that sometimes.
Listen, I'm going to say this. This is the book. Coach,
yes, sir.
Shout out to Coach for this book.
Yes, sir.
And I want y'all, for those who are out there, to definitely go get this book, man, by Coach Rashid, man. And Rashid Hill. It is called 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better.
That's right.
8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better. I don't know what more to say about Coach. Coach know how dearly he is to my heart, to my family, meeting his beautiful wife, man, that was there. Shout out to her as being a supportive vessel in this place. But if you guys don't have this book, 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better by Rashid Hill. 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better by Rashid Hill. Go get that book. Allow that book to go on ahead and change your life, man. Because Rashid went on ahead, man, and Coach gave me this book while we're sitting down for the dinner. You didn't get a chance because you were at the event. Had an amazing dinner there. And Coach comes up, he finds me in the middle of all these people, and we're surrounded by some amazing people. Shout out to Philip and his wife, my guy Isidro, Duke, Larry, and all of us sitting at the table. And I can't even think of the guys over there on the other side. We had a nice table, and Coach comes up and hands me this book. And I take a picture with Coach, man. Rashid, man, he just set me in tears. Lambo doesn't try to cry much at all, man. Tears
let him fall sometimes, brother.
But you look at the testament, man, of brothers like Coach. And who was around, and getting a chance to meet Claudia, which is another wonderful lady, man. And some upline, some great people, man, that were just pulling you aside. And all of these great people, man, in one room, one facility, one room. Brandon Adams. Shout out to Brandon Adams.
Shout out to Brandon, my guy. Core 4, my brother. And that's one person I wish I got to spend more time with too. Because he lives up in my area, so we can go have lunch and stuff like that. But I see him down there with his team. India was down there with him. I don't know if you know India, if you got to meet India.
No, I didn't.
She is one of the most impressive crypto minds, period, that I've ever met. Young black woman, right? Young black woman. One of the most impressive crypto minds, just so knowledgeable about the blockchain and about the space. Like when I met her on a Zoom call, and I'll make this short, she just showed how much she really knew. And I was like, look, India, a lot of what you're saying is over my head, but I'm glad you on my team. Because I'd rather have you on my team than have you be against it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to and Marta, so many different leaders that we met down there, man. It's just whew, it's overwhelming thinking about it right now, man. It's so many people. Some I'll be able to name, some I won't be able to call name. Man, this is amazing.
We're going to drop one more name. Shout out to Big Elton, man. Shout out to Big Elton.
Yes, sir. Mr. Potts. You know, and shout out to Mr. Potts, because he said some things that really provoke and challenge thought. And, and I can kind of tell the kind of people that he has to interact with on a daily basis. They're people that need that hard challenge. Yeah. That hard kind of accountability. I remember we was having that conversation at that table. I was kind of watching you guys interact. And I was like, I know Lambo knows what he wants, but I also know Potts knows what he wants. And we both know how to kind of talk to our people. And you just tell there was a respect, but there was also like, look, I want to see how serious you are. Well, I want to see how serious you are. And I'm sitting here with my calamari in my hand, you're like,
bro, look. BOJ with the calamari was epic.
Oh, man. I was just like, let's see where this goes.
Brother, listen. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And we can elaborate that, man. So it's me, BOJ, Elton, Issa, Duke, Larry. We're all sitting up above.
Yeah.
Elton's team. Elton bought a team. He bought a heck of a team.
Yeah.
Is the next table behind. He left them to come talk with us.
Yeah.
We're all sitting down and talking. Elton is challenging me. He said, Lambo, what is it that you really want to do? You know, not outside of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not outside of all the success that you're doing and the people you're helping and traveling and all of this stuff. Not outside of what is it that you really want to do to have an impact? I said, man, look, that's easy.
Yeah.
I want to do the school.
Yeah.
You know, now I have already said in my head, I was like, oh man, I did the specs, we did the comps, we went through this. And then Elton looks back and he said, well, what are you going to do to make it happen? In a nutshell, what are you going to do to make it happen?
Yeah.
Let's get on this. Don't tell me that you want to get a school. And it was literally off of the basis of what LeBron James did with I Promise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Gave something back in his community that literally for generations to come, it's going to really help people and help build a culture and also help, you know, fund jobs as well. You look at the staff, you look at the people getting scholarships, the students getting scholarships and going into other programs in life and furthering their education.
Yep.
That has always been my desire to be able to help people with something big like that. So Elton challenges me and he said, dude, we'll put a time frame on it. Let's not just do anything. We've had a lot of stuff that was significant in that entire couple days that we were there, a few days that we were there.
Yeah.
We had the guy who's, me and BOJ is talking, you know, pivoting from what the Elton, we outside in the hallway talking of the event. And a guy comes up to me, I had this 10X shirt on. Everybody know, man, Grant Cadone, shout out to him, man, and his 10X. And he comes and puts his hand over my 10. And he said, man, what is your X? Let's see. X. In front of all of these people, in front of it was small people. It was me, BOJ, Larry, or it wasn't even Larry outside. I don't even think
Larry
it was.
Got there eventually.
It was Steve. Shout out to my guy, Steve.
Steve, yes.
Steve, give us big shout out to Steve. Clap Steve up, man.
Shout out to Steve.
Steve Nykem. Is it? I hope I said
it's either Nykem or Niken. One of the
Nyken. I think it's Nyken. Shout out to Steve Nyken, man, who, if you guys haven't seen his videos or was out there, and Steve, he's coming up to me, he's like Lambo, I know you may not know me, but you know I know you, man. And he's like, you was on there with my guy, Malik Amir, my brother, and stuff like that. And I'm laughing like, oh, snap, you know? So it's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody, man, in that crew, man. You guys have really blessed us, man. We got so many names to drop. It's not funny. But what he said was, what is your ex?
Yep.
What is your ex? And not just that, he don't know what Lambo is doing behind closed doors. But what I said was, I said, hey, man, this is my ex. Yeah. Then he said billions. And I'm looked at BOJ.
He said, this is the year of the billionaire.
This is the year of the billionaire.
Yeah.
To Lambo.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sitting in there talking, and I had to let that resonate.
Yeah.
because then he went and spoke over BOJ's life.
Yeah.
And what did he tell you, BOJ? Do you remember?
I mean, a lot of it for me, and I told you guys when it was over, I was like, at first it seemed cryptic.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I was a little caught off guard, but I knew who he was to the event.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, let me just see if I can try to understand.
Right.
So when he was talking, I was like, well, he's being a little, and maybe some military folk know what he was saying. Maybe some people have been in some certain rooms understand what he was saying. But it was really, for me, it was kind of like it was a self-awareness kind of talk that we had.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and he had mentioned to me, you know, and I had my own thoughts about this because I wasn't necessarily in the building trying to look like, you know, a certain thing other than myself.
Right.
That's what I came there to be me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to add any extra pressure by saying, oh, I need to have a shirt and a suit and tie and all this other stuff. I was like, no, we going to come as BOJ, just how BOJ. Sometimes I be in here on my videos with a do-rag on. I might have showed up with a do-rag on. I just happened to have my barber in Atlanta. So shout out to my barber. He was in Atlanta. But anyway, he was just pretty much saying, look around the room, right? And there's going to be some people that person right there is going to naturally have people gravitate to because of his presentation. As to where of you're going to have a certain kind of people here that gravitate to you because of your presentation. And he wasn't trying to say either one was right or wrong, with the exception of making a Marine joke, which I won't repeat because I love all branches of military. But I'll leave that alone. But I will say that he just dropped that nugget on me. He said, you know, one, of course, presentation is important, how you present yourself, as long as you know exactly what you're trying to accomplish with your presentation. Yeah. Right? You have to be self-aware enough to know exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish with whatever you're presenting. Right? And that's what spoke to me the most in our conversation with each other. Because I got a chance to kind of talk with him in the building. We were kind of standing next to each other when we actually got back into the event. But just so many, whether it was cryptic or you have to want to understand what people are trying to tell you. So that was me. I wanted to be a sponge in that moment. I wanted to kind of figure it out. You know, so that's what I received from that encounter.
Can I say this to you? BOJ is 100% right. But I think to elaborate on that, see, sometimes, man, you have to remember, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to go this way.
Yeah.
God has used anybody to speak with you,
That's right.
Get a message to you. If he used a donkey, you understand? If he used
that yeehaw to bless you.
If he used that, then in everything, man, he won't use to be able to talk. And at that moment, you have to remember, we were all, me and BOJ, Steve, and I think there was one other person. Shout out to Josh.
Larry got out there with us.
Larry got out there with us.
John Franco.
Shout out to John, man.
Yep.
You know, we there's so too many names to be dropping.
Yeah.
But in that era, we're talking with people.
Yeah.
He comes up and says this. He doesn't know what probably the impact of what we're doing. But in that moment, you have to take it. And I believe that what he was speaking even into your life when he started talking to you, because I zoned out after he talked about billion and he don't even know what I'm already projecting for some other things that I'm on networking to do.
Yeah.
And when he spoke to you, BOJ, I said to me, and I said to myself, the impact of BOJ in this event today is going to go 10 times further, 100 times further than what he has ever seen. His impact, his voice, the knowledge, the wisdom, the connections, the networking is going to go to another level because of that being spoken. And see, people need to understand, man, that words of affirmation are spoken. We can pray all day long. It doesn't matter what faith you are. Let's get this right. Yeah. You can pray and have affirmation and speak things into existence.
That's right.
Let's say this. You have to be able to speak it and believe this thing will come to pass.
That's right.
I knew that BOJ, after what he said, was going to catapult him into even a higher level.
Yeah.
And certain things in life we need to go on ahead and pay attention to those signs. I think this weekend was a testament of us all. And BOJC, like right after that, I mean, we left the conversation, we went down the hall to another conversation. Yep. You understand? Taking more pictures and everything else. By the time we trying to get back into the event, they're pulling BOJ like he was, I'm trying to tell you, so Jamsey was the Michael Jackson of it, right? BOJ was like Drake/Wayne walking in there. And you know when they see Drizzy, that Canada boy, they all in there, man.
And you know, I had to represent. My first day, I had my my Nationals jersey. We letting everybody know, you know, where we coming from, you know. So it did feel good. It did feel good to see how many people just on that scale, because I know there's many more people that we've affected on our journey. But just on that small scale, it really was inspiring to me to just know. Even when people had jokes to crack, like some people came up to me and was like, "Hey man, I want my money back." I want my money back. And I was like, "Well, you ain't sent me nothing, so I'm the wrong bureau, brother." But this is the wrong bureau. You got this. Ain't no FDIC on BANKOFJHAROL now.
Hey, you do that disclaimer. And I gotta let you go on ahead, man, and do the disclaimer for us one time, because brother, that disclaimer and everything, man, got us all and everything. Man, saying that, if people don't know it, like BOJ's talking to people. People I heard were saying his full saying, right? You know, I'm just on YouTube showing how I'm bringing out that crypto.
Yep.
You know, if you ain't strap you bound to get at it. To hear them say that, it was amazing. It was amazing. I'm not lying to y'all. We had an amazing time. BOJ, dude, I really thank you for really what you did. But the BOJ jersey, the green and black, the same background, the same jersey as you see, and the logo you see, that's what he had on with the BOJ on the back. I mean, I think that was like the epic. I told you he was on his Drizzy, right? He was on.
We ain't come to play now. We ain't come to play.
He ain't came to play. BOJ was on his Drizzy round there like, yo, y'all gonna know who I am. You ain't gonna have no decipher like that BOJ or not. Like, you seen it. You seen him coming there with the jersey, BOJ on the back, and they seen this big dude, like, because you got to remember, a lot of the people that we were seeing, they're smaller people. Like you get to some of these people and we hugging them and we take a picture. We're like, man,
I done had to bend down a couple times. Like,
we didn't know he was that. And then for us, you know, they're like, man, y'all got some weight to y'all and some height. Like,
hey man, listen, when I saw, I'm a Jamsey, I love you, brother. I love you, brother. When I saw Jamsey, I was like, boy, Jamsey been lifting.
Jamsey hit that heel.
Jamsey been hitting them curls, boy. Because listen, I know a lot of people, they can't really gauge how tall we are and how big we are. The camera and different stuff like that. But man, Jamsey, I don't know what kind of letters Jamsey done got. But that boy went to the gym.
Jamsey went to the gym. Like
somebody told me something about I think it might have been you.
What?
He was like, Jamsey, you looking good, man. You've been working out. He said, I had to. He said, I had to, bro. I was like, hey man, say less. Cause I can if I had anxiety, right? Dude, Jamsey top tier and not just, we're not even talking about income. We're just talking about good people. Like he's a solid dude. So to me, he top tier A1, right? Just like you, top tier A1, right?
Thank you.
So when you come into a room like that, there's a lot of people that understand and know that you top tier A1.
Bruh.
And they don't always got that. I'm glad we was in a good spot. We was in a great spot. All the people in there that I met, they were, you know, they may had a little jokes to crack, asking me about other stuff, you know, and it was all lighthearted. Nobody was in there being a hater, but man, you know, with situations like that, it can be a little bit tense. Because you really don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So,
well, a lot of people didn't know when they seen, you know, Ed looks so big on them videos because he's up in the screen like this, and he's talking, da this, da that, da this, da that. And when we, and for those who know, those who testify, man, you've been there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you met Ed and took a picture with Ed, you was like, what?
See, and here's a little context, right? So Brandon Adams, my guy Brandon Adams, and Chris Bridge, shout out to my brother Chris Bridge, Chris Birch.
Yeah.
They had dinner with Ed a long time ago, right? So I've met Brandon. Brandon's bigger than me, right?
Yeah,
Brandon like 6 foot, 7 foot.
Right? Yeah.
So when I saw a picture when they went out to dinner, and I saw Brandon and I saw Ed, I was like, oh. And that's all I had to say. Yeah. So I kind of knew that Ed wasn't the biggest guy in the world, but when you're talking about his presence in that place, he could have been 3 feet tall. Yeah, that man has changed a lot of people's lives, and I pray for him every day because I understand what he's asking for. You know, he just wants a little bit of his life to be normal, just a little bit of it. You know, I understand people giving you thanks all day long, all hours of the day. As much as you're appreciative of that, that gets overwhelming, and you don't know exactly how to tell people, "Hey, stop showing me love." I can't take it. I can't handle it.
I do not, and I do not need this. You know, let's talk about the twofold of that.
Yeah,
you know, the twofold of that. As many people you show you love, Ed had that much more people showing him hate.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. Ed was open about that.
Yeah.
There has been death threats against Ed's family, death threats against Ed, death threats against his kin, anything that has the same thing with Ed and attached to Ed. Ed has went on ahead and suffered tremendously bringing this opportunity in front of people.
Yeah.
And again, you got to remember, Ed is he's just an affiliate.
Right.
Yo, let's keep it 100.
That's right.
It's not the mastermind and this person who has got all of this thing together and he's running this thing. He's just an affiliate, but by his face being out there on the videos of being the affiliate to this, introducing them to this program, it has took a toll on Ed's life. Take a toll on Ed's life. And I think that a lot of us don't know what that toll or what that price is.
Right.
So when you see a lot of people, man, eating and doing some things, they don't know what has happened to Ed. So we had people and everything in the group, and we're gonna talk about clear up some group chatter real quick. They had people in the group in different platforms talking about, hey man, Ed's retiring. Well, let me say this. Ed doesn't have to retire. He's already retired.
Yeah, he's
he's already. Let's keep it 100. He doesn't really have to retire. Ed is not physically working, pointing a clock somewhere.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Let's say that. Ed is a mastermind of a wonderful affiliate to programs that he introduces. Let's keep it 100. Just the same way as BOJ introduces platforms.
That's right.
The same way as Jamsey and all the rest of them, the Pin Group and everybody else introduces platforms. That's what Ed is. He introduces something and then allows you guys to have an opportunity about it. And then that's it. Now, I come to bear a bit of bad news with that being said. For those who don't know, you will soon find out that CP will no longer be at all. At all. Right? Can we legally say that? We can legally say
I think we can say that. I think
we can legally say it.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you know, we will state that. But with the better side of that, I want you to get with your leaders and your upline to see exactly why.
Yes.
Right up.
Please do. Talk to them. Figure out what's going on. As it may be unfortunate that there's a little bit of a pivot, I think most will find that it won't be as bad as you think it is.
Yeah, right. Can we?
I think we can agree. I think we can agree on that. I love how you did that, Lambo. Because listen, I'm sitting over here like, dang, did something happen?
Bro, come on now. Yo,
yes,
let's talk.
Right.
Let's talk.
When 100% right.
If there was anything you didn't take from this weekend, took how to go on ahead and how to break news down to people. You took that. You took what to say and you took what not to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for those who are out there and you guys that got into this private opportunity, you guys are probably going to hear about it, man, probably on some YouTube videos and everything else and all of this cool stuff that, you know, that, hey, it's definitely, you know, has ran its course.
Yeah. Things
have shut down.
Yeah.
Told you that this thing was gonna happen. Yeah, it's truth. Me and BOJ are here to say it is truth.
Yep.
It is truth.
You're gonna make me look at this comment section real quick as you saying that.
No, I'm just saying it's truth. Let's talk truth.
It's the truth.
Let's talk truth.
It's the truth.
If we're here to talk truth, we don't here to come telling the people any lie, right?
Right.
Let's talk truth.
That's right.
If you have got your CP tattoo on you, I need you to go on ahead and schedule your appointment.
ASAP. At least in the next 30 days.
Yeah, at least in the next, hey, you got to get ASAP. You got to get a recover up. I don't care if you put a lion on there, a cheetah on there.
Get some color
on you put an elephant on there. You can put the monkey from, remember the movie and everything, The Hangover, and the monkey had escaped? You can put the monkey on there. Cover the monkey up. If you got your CP tattoo and you fell in love with that platform, it's time for you to go ahead and get your cover up. Lambo Drew to say it right here on BOJ Show, man.
Lambo said it.
Say it. Go get your tattoo covered up because you fell in love with that platform. I hate to say it. Bear bad news. We're breaking it to you. That is officially exiting stage left.
Yep.
So I really need for those who, when they can, nothing lasts forever. Shout out to J4. Nothing lasts forever. You're right. I mean, it's like a heartbreak. You know, some of these people, man, who believe that there is a relationship that's going to be going some time, doesn't last forever. So I want to say with that, if you guys get with your upline, and for those and everything, man, who giving you this opportunity, who shared CP with you, and you thought that, oh my gosh, this is here to stay forever, and I love this name, and oh my gosh, I love this. Well, I need for you ASAP to get with your upline. ASAP. I don't care. Whenever you see this video, get with your upline.
Get with them.
ASAP.
And if it's me, get with me. Holla at me. If it's Lambo, holla at Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Holla at the people that you know that have been involved, because there's some information for you, and be ready to receive. All right?
Be ready to receive.
Be ready to receive.
It's almost like in everything, man, that guy who's been waiting on his high school crush his whole life, only for him to shoot his shot and it fall and everything, man, at half court, then hitting the rim. You understand? He shot from the other end of the court. Yeah. He didn't make it to the other end. Yep. Where if he got a little closer, you know, at least within the vicinity of the rim and shot his shot, he possibly could have went on ahead and made it, man. I mean, all that. I mean,
that's
right.
This
right now.
That's right. High percentage shot. Get your legs in.
Yeah, work them on a repetition.
That's right.
So me and BOJ, we sadly to say we had to break this news to some of the people within that private opportunity that it is, and you can get this out to the masses, to your people. It will no longer be available.
Yep.
CP is done.
Yep.
Get your tattoos ready. If you need an artist, I got a few artists. I got a few people. BOJ, you got a few people that we can refer them to if they need some cover up work.
They're a little pricey, but I got a couple.
They're a
little pricey.
So go ahead and take care of that, man, because you're probably gonna need it. You're probably gonna need it real soon. I'm just telling you this right now.
Yeah.
So get with your leaders, if it's whoever that is, and let them talk to you about how to gently lower the flag of CP that has been in your life high and fly for almost a year now.
Yeah, yeah. 12 months, I think it completed that cycle a couple weeks ago.
It made it almost, now we talk about these failing platforms. It made it 12 months, BOJ. Oh, man. Oh, man. It made it 12 months.
Please, y'all, get with your upline. Because Lambo a little too good at this. I'm over here cheesing and smiling, and he talking about the bad news. Get with your upline, ladies and gentlemen. Get your CP tattoos removed. Like I said, we got some people that you can talk to, but please get with your upline so you guys are informed about what's going on. All right, and I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
I ain't say it. I said it. I had to break a lot of people's heart because
some people
fell in love with it, man. People fell in love, and like I said, all these platforms come at me.
Fall in love with these platforms, ladies and gentlemen.
And fall in love with the platform.
You can fall in love with the opportunity that they give you, but don't fall in love with the platform itself. Because if you fall in love with the opportunity that they give you, you'll continue to seek opportunity. You'll continue to, finding is reserved for the seeker, right? Another one of those things my dad gave me, right?
Yeah.
Finding is reserved for the seeker, right?
Yeah.
If you want it, it's out there for you. But don't fall in love with the entity. Fall in love with the opportunity. All right? And then when you fall in love with that, you'll constantly be looking for it. You'll be buying books like Becoming Your Own Banker when you don't even read books like that. You'll just be making moves that are different than what you would normally do. So,
well, I will say this, can I say this to you?
Yeah.
In all due respect, Lambo's gonna miss that wonderful green sign-in screen. Can I be real with you? I love that green. Let's talk about the love of this real quick. Let's talk about the love.
Yeah,
when it would come up and they would say your username, and then they would have the password, and we would have our tour. Oh my God, you don't even understand. I fell in love with that thing. For those who love it, hit the like buttons, the hand buttons. If you love that screen, signing in. And then you seen the little vault. To see the little vault is what got me when you finally signed in. You got past it and you seen the vault. I was like, oh, the vault. This is the cash vault.
The little 2FA video that would play. Just oh man. Listen, I do want to say this though. We got 57 people watching right now. I know we've had as high as 80 people watching. I need everybody that's watching this video right now. We've been in over an hour. Y'all been getting some nuggets about the weekend, some game that we've been sharing. Like this video if you like the content that's going on today. Even if you don't, just press like, all right? Just act like you do, right? Act like you do. Perpetrate for us a little bit today and act like you like what's going on, because some people are getting some great nuggets from what we're talking about today. And I'm very blessed to have everyone watching today on this impromptu live with Lambo Drew, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. 10X himself. The chocolate 10X. This chocolate 10X. This ain't Grant Cardone. This is.
I feel like Keith Sweat over here, man. You better stop it. Just to make it last forever.
Lambo, don't get in trouble now. Don't sing for the people now.
I ain't gonna sing for people, man. But
we ain't got no sparkle over here today.
I ain't got no sparkle on Cameo around here. So don't even worry about all of that. What we are just talking about is just letting people know. We gotta let you down easy, like a prom. Hey. Gotta let you down easy. You understand? Some prom dates or some high school crushes, you knew you was out of your league.
Yeah.
You knew you was out of your league when you approached them.
Yeah.
Male or female, whoever it is.
But it shows you a lot about somebody who's willing to shoot that shot, though.
Bruh. Yeah, they got a lot of self-confidence on the inside. So that thing get shot down, boy. That thing got shot down, boy, like it was in the Middle East somewhere.
Oh man.
Listen. We were truly blessed and devastated when we did hear the news. Right, BLJ? Can we say everybody was in there kind of devastated hearing that news? Yeah. They were. It was a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, it was. Like in all actuality, all kind of playful jokes aside, in all actuality, change is hard for people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, when they get used to a certain thing doing what it's doing for a certain amount of time and they get enough courage to really even try, it could have took them weeks, it could have took them days, it could have took them months. And then as soon as they get to that point, there's a transition. It's like they feel the goalpost moved as soon as they're about to kick. It's like the goalpost got further, you know, and you know, some people really have a hard time pivoting.
Yeah.
You know? But what I want to say to encourage everybody today is you are going to have to pivot in this space.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself in the position where you're feeling like you're pivoting, it's just a rite of passage for you. That's just something that's letting you know you're learning. You're in a good place to be able to receive knowledge and receive game on how to move.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be ready to pivot.
Now, let me say this to y'all. Me and BLJ, we had a discussion, right? BLJ, right?
Yep.
And me and BLJ had a discussion. This is just me and BLJ having a discussion. Now, there's two people on here, man, having a wonderful discussion. And we talked about, man, a platform that me and BLJ would love to be a part of, right? Mm-hmm. And we can see what it do. What if we bought y'all a platform, right? That you can actually purchase your own crypto straight from the platform. Mm-hmm. Has a Visa card straight from the platform. Mm-hmm. Where you will have to be a part of this personal exchange to actually be a part of this program.
By which is regulated, by the way.
By which is regulated. By which will also is moving in the way of becoming a security. Those who know what a security is, security and everything, man, is one similar to what a REIT. Lambo deals with REITs. I deal with real estate. This is what I do. It's probably in the brown building of spectrum itself. That's what I do. So we're talking about this.
Yeah.
What if we can tell you that, the program that me and BLJ are talking about, coming out with and talking to you guys about, we'll actually have these availabilities to it. Mm-hmm. We'll actually have the availability to where you'll be able to get into our platform.
Yep.
Right? Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
And you will be able to scale as high as you would like to scale.
Yeah.
Without the risk factor of something just falling down.
Yeah.
And when we say that, hey, if you wanted to come up into it with, I don't know, 200,000, 10,000, 5,000, 500, 10 million, $10 million, 100 million.
Yep.
There is no limit. You can come into that.
Yep.
If me and BLJ having a discussion in front of you today would say you would love to be part of that and earn more dividends than your bank, earn more dividends than a lot of these other plays that are out here. Mm-hmm. Would you say today that you would love to be a part of something like that or get information to know? And if that be the case, I would love for you to reach out to BLJ. Right, BLJ?
That's right. They can reach
out to BLJ and learn more about that opportunity that will probably be available that me and BLJ are discussing.
Yep. Now, quick disclaimer on that. Mm-hmm. We're not the owners of this.
No.
So I don't want anybody to get that mixed up because sometimes that is not clear, right? We are, like we said before, we are affiliated.
Yeah.
We are in position to know the information.
Yeah.
So get with us, right? That's the extent that we have. If we're having a conversation, you kind of walk past our conversation, you say, hey, what is that?
Yeah.
You come on in, you can ask the question, right? And we'll let you in on a little something. But what is about to happen, I believe, is going to be a total game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know it will be. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to go around into a lot of these different platforms. BLJ, you bring to your channel, I bring to my channel. A lot of other people bring to their channels, right? Yeah. And some of these platforms have too many steps involved. Mm-hmm. And the simplicity of it is that if we can just get down from an A to B, rather than taking me from C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, I got to go all the way around. It literally confuses the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Now you're telling me as a person of interest, right? I would love to participate in an opportunity where I'm fully aware of risk management. I'm fully aware of what is actually available in front of me.
Yep.
I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And I can get you from A to B. That way, the moment and everything, man, that you see the opportunity arise and you're able to get your funds from your bank or whatever, your crypto, whatever way that you desire to have it.
That's right.
You would actually be the one to say, we can initiate this from a click of a button.
Yep.
From not doing all of this extra stuff and not going all over it, not doing everything else.
Yep.
Would you love to be a part of something like that?
Yeah.
Something that's clean, something that is just amazing, something that has had the track record as well.
Yeah.
Had the track record.
Yeah.
A lot of people love to see receipts. A lot of people love to see results.
Yes, they do.
Let's be real.
Yes.
If we can tell you that there are things that have already been out there in place,
yeah,
and that this opportunity would help you out, would you guys love to be a part of that? And if you say yes, you say, man, I would love to be a part of that. I would love to be able to say, take all of this confusion, take all of this craziness, take all of this mishap of having to do these and follow these steps and follow this stuff. If you guys are saying that y'all would love to do with that, please reach out to BOJ.
Yep. And if you know Lambo, holla at Lambo too. You know what I'm saying? Holla at any of us. We're equipped to have the conversation. And you know, I tread lightly, but just know that you can reach out to me. I have a comment that I do want to read because it did come through a super chat. So
go ahead.
Gotta show some love to the super chats coming from Unlimited Freedom, my guy. It says dealing with crypto platforms is a form of crypto trading. As with any trading, there's risk involved and losses incurred. The key is to win more trades than you lose and take greater profits than losses. That is known as the risk to reward ratio. So a lot of people may not know what the risk to reward ratio is when we talk about risk management in this space, right? We kind of talk about it from a very general standpoint because a lot of people may be coming into this space with very little investment knowledge. They may not know exactly. It's like, manage your risk. What is that? Isn't there risk in everything? How do you manage? It's about knowing exactly what you want to achieve through something and what you are willing to risk to get it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want and what are you willing to give to get it? And there's a lot that comes with that. But I think generally stating, and right along with what Unlimited Freedom said, and shout out to the super chat, Unlimited Freedom. Shout out to you, brother. $100 super chat ain't light. So
clap that up.
We gonna clap it up. We gonna play. I got a trombone. Oh, we ain't gonna play that. That's bad.
No.
Anyway, shout out to that. But just a quick lesson on risk management because that's important in this space in general. We have to know what we want. We also have to know what we'll be willing to give. That risk management comes not only with finances, but it comes with your time. How much time are you willing to give in order to gain? How much effort are you willing to give in order to gain? What are you willing to risk in those factors to get what you want? And then when it comes down to trading, some trading is easier or harder than others. Sometimes you're trading your time. Sometimes you're trading your effort. A lot of times when we talk about trading, we're talking about the trading in finances and fiat and crypto and Forex and all that different stuff. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that when we're talking about risk management. So, you know, I'll leave that at that. But shout out to Unlimited Freedom for the super chat. Had to make that statement real quick.
Brother, now I wouldn't even tell anybody anything different than that. Shout out to Unlimited Freedom. He's been on the Leverage Show too, man, as well. Thank you for your support. Just amazing people. Can I say something to you? In the room over the weekend, piggybacking off of this. Yeah. We all had these conversations.
Yeah.
Right? True or true, right?
Yep.
We all had these conversations about how much we lost.
Yeah.
Platforms that we were in.
Yep.
How much money that was literally, we didn't turn around and allocate this type of loss. And this money went into a platform and boom, it just shattered a lot of people's hopes.
Yeah.
We talked about a track record of losses.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who were still there, right? There's a lot of people who over leveraged themselves. And I hate to say this, they couldn't go on ahead and they couldn't afford to pay their bills.
Yeah.
I've been there. Can Lambo be, see, y'all think that we're in front of this camera and that we're gonna lie to y'all.
No, tell it.
I don't want to lie to y'all. I don't want to go on ahead and get this in front of y'all.
Yeah.
In my life, in my time, in my existence, in trading, investing, and all of the projects that I've done, I've over leveraged myself. The Lambo literally was flat broke. Risk management, trying to figure out how you're going to go on ahead and pay water bill, electric bill, gas bill, take care of groceries, and then have gas in the car, making a life decision in a store.
That's right.
Do I buy bread and milk or put this $5 in to get to work so I can possibly make it there so I can get my check and then cash my check and then at a check cashing place? See, y'all don't want to be real out here on this. Y'all don't want to be real. Y'all want me to go ahead and talk about, you know, the steaks and filet mignon, but you don't want to talk about the fried bologna sandwiches.
Come on now.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm telling you this right now. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Over leveraging put me and my family in places, in situations that we should have never been in.
Yeah.
So when I see Unlimited Freedom talk about this and give the super chat, and we're actually speaking as leaders in this space, if you do not pay attention to what you are leveraging out here, you will find yourself into a place where you will be one of those people saying, how in the world did I get here?
That's right.
Straight up.
That's right.
Straight up. We talked to so many people who were there at the convention, at the meetup, who lost their homes.
Yeah.
Lost their cars, lost their businesses. Yeah. We found people who were literally speaking, giving the testimonies, went homeless. I've been there, got the t-shirt of going homeless. I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
I know what that feels like.
Yep.
Do y'all understand that when we are actually talking to y'all and your whoever leader that you are connected to, if they are not teaching and speaking on risk management, I truly pray that they pivot, that help you into this space that you can flow freely and make profit and see profitability.
That's right.
Straight up.
Straight up. Straight up.
With that all being said, we didn't get to that room or to the places that we are in life and doing the things that we're able to do in life without taking a risk. You're gonna have to take a risk.
That's right. You have to. You have to. I mean, there's of course like they always say, somebody's got to push the buggy at Walmart, right? Somebody's got to do some of the other things that we need from the service standpoint. But for the ones that want just a little bit more, you won't be able to get there without risk. I mean, I know we all take a risk leaving our houses every day. We take a risk staying in the house every day. You know? So we can't use or view the word risk as something that is bad all the time. It will stifle you. It will keep you stagnant. It will keep you complacent. I think the biggest risk that we can take is doing nothing. That's the biggest risk we can take, ladies and gentlemen, doing absolutely nothing. If you find yourself and you're just looking around and, you know, if I just didn't press record and I'm just looking at a wall, that's the biggest risk I'm taking that day. Yeah. Not being able to go out and affect somebody's life in a positive way, have a conversation that moves the needle forward, having even if it's just a conversation with your friends, your family, your wife, you know what I'm saying? Taking the risk to do that and maybe having some uncomfortable conversations sometimes is going to help you. And for those of you that have been looking for me to be less cliche on my channel about the risk, unfortunately, you're going to have to find another person to watch, because that's not going to happen here. We're going to talk about the risk. We'll do the disclaimers. We'll do everything we have to do on a daily basis for people to understand. Yeah. Because without that understanding, I don't believe that the people in the room that we was with would have had the same experiences. Now, granted, what it's been doing was going to happen anyway, because it's already happened, right? It's already happened. But the mindset behind how we attack the opportunities It's shaped by the mistakes, the over leveraging, all the things that the people like us have had to go through before people even knew about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know between the both of us, we've had some $1 million lessons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Between just us two, imagine all the other leaders in the space. Between us two, we've had some million, and I'm not saying losses for a reason. We've had some $1 million lessons.
Facts.
We don't lose. We only learn.
Yes.
And that's a mindset thing. That's how you kind of have to shape your mindset. Of course, you might see, like, I'm a Wizards fan, I'm a Commanders fan, right? I'm DC, right? We used to seeing some numbers in that L column.
Yeah.
So we know we have had to previously shape our minds. And you were a Saints fan, right? So you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we know what that can feel like. But if we don't start turning these losses into lessons, I don't think that the needle moves forward in growth.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of this stuff is a rite of passage in this space. If you haven't experienced it yet, you will.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep playing long enough. Just keep growing. Keep your ball on the court long enough. Somebody gonna come and go rock your world. They're gonna rock your world. Now you gonna take your ball and go home?
Yeah.
Or you gonna use that time off the court to be working on your dribbling. You're gonna be getting your cardio and you're gonna keep working. You're gonna find something to work on. You're gonna work on your footwork. Right. You're gonna stretch. You're gonna do something. You might rest even a little bit. You might just need to take a time and decompress and rest.
Facts.
Don't take your ball and go home just yet. If you want to play the game,
stay on the court.
Play the game. All right.
Stay on the court.
If I gotta be somebody, I saw a meme yesterday because you know how when you're growing up, right? My dad wasn't like this too much with me, but he had some moments, right? When you go out there and you're a kid and your dad done signed you up for a sport and he the one taking you to practice and the games, and you get to the game and you act like you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And you get in that car after the game is over, you done lost the game, poor effort, you didn't play well. And he's like, do you even want to be out here?
Facts.
Am I wasting my time bringing you to practice and taking you to games? And if I got to be that person, for some of you guys indirectly to say, hey, look, am I wasting my time telling y'all the risk of this space? Am I wasting my time showing you what it could be? Mm-hmm. Or are you gonna take your ball and just go home? That's cool if you want to.
Yeah.
You can unsubscribe. You can do all that. I don't have to take you to practice no more. I ain't got to take you to the game. I can spend time with my wife.
Yeah.
Me and your mama, we be chilling. We ain't got to do all this extra stuff. You don't want to do it. That's fine. But listen, I say all that to say, if you want to be in this space, there's gonna be some things you got to learn. There's gonna be some things you have to not only learn but apply.
Yeah.
Do it. You're gonna have to put in some effort. You're gonna have to learn about the different tools that are available for you to take your game to the next level.
Yeah.
You got to do the research. You got to do a little bit more if you want to be successful in anything, not even just this space. Anything that will give you success takes work. Whatever your level of success is, it's going to take a little bit of work.
Yes, it is. Yes. Not just that. Let's talk about this. We talk so much about risk management. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the key thing that a lot of people don't know. And a lot of us in that room were able to find out the secret sauce to that.
Yeah.
And that's called profit taking.
Man, oh man.
Profit taking. A lot of people, when they get in this space, they love to ride platforms, investments, and everything out.
Yep.
But they don't do profit taking.
That's right.
You need to reward yourself every chance you get.
That's right.
I'm going to keep it 100 with you. There's no way that your money sitting in a platform and just continuously rolling over in a platform and you're not seeing anything from that is the right investment strategy. Yep. I promise you that is the wrong strategy that you can have, because as my guy Sean Hill says all the time, that's platform money.
That's right.
Platform money.
That's right.
Difference between platform money and pocket money. You need to be pocketing money.
That's
you
right.
Need to be pocketing profits.
That's right.
And that is how the way that BOJ in his journey has told y'all, I'm getting ready to do a withdrawal. I'm getting ready to do it live out here. I'm getting ready to take me some profits.
Yep.
I don't care what this thing is doing. I know that it's doing good. You see the numbers and you see all of this. I need this in my crypto wallet. Let me do a withdrawal to help show y'all that this thing is real.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, shout out to my girl Jazz. At the end of the day, she's not looking like, hey, is this an IOU? Or, you know, I really want to do this. No, she wants to know, hey, can mama go to the store?
Is that card gonna swipe?
Is that card gonna swipe?
So, you know, and long story short, she ain't had no problem with that card swiping. But we say that to say this. And just like Lambo said, you know, I do withdrawals live. I do them on camera. We do them off camera. And I talk about the difference between active and passive earners in this space.
Right.
Here are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not sharing these opportunities with others, and you don't have to share them in the way of, you need to do this, you got to do this, you don't have to do all that rah-rah stuff, right? I've proven that. I've proven you don't have to do it like that, right?
Yeah.
All you got to do is find like-minded people that are interested in the things that you are interested in and show them opportunities, right?
Yeah.
For the person that's active, you have a greater chance of having success.
Yeah.
In a general standpoint. Right? For the passive person, we understand that you're out there. We understand that these platforms are built to give those people an opportunity to progress as well, right? From a general standpoint, I won't say every one of these platforms has that integrity to make that happen, right? Some do, some don't. But we manage our risk by understanding that if there's an affiliate program that's involved or a referral commission structure, then you have an option to take advantage of it or not. That will allow you a chance to get your money back quicker. Now, everyone is not going to be of that vein. So, of course, that is a risk that you are taking. Remember when we talked about the risk of doing nothing?
Yes.
That is the risk of being passive. The risk of being passive is that you have a greater chance of not making your money back because of time and length of platform and all the things that may work against you as a passive person. Now, on the flip side of that, because we want these platforms to work passively for those people, right? We hope that it gives them enough confidence to one day feel like they can share it. But for those of you that are going to stay passive, there is one thing that I have to say about compounding. Okay? While we are all excited, I know some of my skin folk didn't know what compounding was before we started talking about it.
Yeah.
I know I didn't know what compounding was before 4 or 5 years ago, right? Compound interest is what we're talking about. They call it the eighth wonder of the world. That's what they call it. That's just what they call it. But if you are compounding in a platform like some of the ones that we are in, I want you to understand that the risk is that if you decide to keep that platform money in the platform, it decides to close its wallet address, close its doors to paying out. That's exactly how it's gonna stay. And if you can compound them numbers all the way to $50 billion if you want to, you won't see a dime of it in your wallet. And we're about getting the profits to our wallets, ladies and gentlemen. The platform is the platform. But at the end of the day, we want control of our assets, correct?
Right.
I think we can all agree and say we want the control of our assets. No matter what we put in, at the end of the day, we put it in with the want to get it back.
Right.
We just put it in and like, hey, take it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a charity platform. It was a platform talking about we can accrue some return.
Facts.
So we have to play the game smart, ladies, and we have to play the game the way it's laid out to play. You know, you don't try a layup from the 3-point line.
No.
You see Trae Young with the floater. You know, we've gotten creative, but you're not out here trying to do your 2 steps and lay the ball up from the 3-point line.
It don't work that way.
That don't work like that. Some people can dunk from the free throw.
Yeah.
Some people can.
Yeah.
Most people can't.
Right.
You have to play the game. You have to know fundamentally how to start. Get your 2 steps in, lay the ball up on the glass. Right?
Talk to him. So,
Get your 2 steps in, lay the ball up on the glass. Learn your left hand. Dad, you're going to hate me for saying that because I done walked away from the court many times trying to learn my left hand with my dad. Like, I can't do this. I want to play baseball instead. I'm done. Taking my ball and going in the garage and going home. But all jokes aside, we have to learn how to play the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
These opportunities are giving us, I mean, the success is leaving clues. It's enabled a lot of the other YouTubers out here to kind of learn and then give the game to their people.
Yeah.
I love seeing people take the initiative and start channels because of what they've experienced here. They already took the risk in being here. You might as well talk to like-minded people about it.
Facts.
You'd be surprised who's out there that is just as like-minded as you. I got a story from my guy Tune In to TJ, right? Shout out to Tune In to TJ. We gonna have him on the channel soon as well.
Okay.
But Tune In to TJ is one of the people that reached out to me in the beginning of his YouTube journey and was considering YouTube, right? He hadn't even started it yet. We had just been in dialogue about what that might look like for him.
Right.
And I said, bro, just start.
Right.
We can go over the logistics. We can go over what you want to talk about, topic points. I mean, me and Lambo, I told him I was going to get on him today because we didn't kind of lay the logistics out for this call.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't need to be laid out all like that. You just got to get on and you got to start.
Yeah.
And he hit me up yesterday and he said one of his other platforms that he's promoting, somebody on the YouTube space bought $100,000 worth of whatever the product was. And he received his biggest commission that he's ever made from someone he didn't even know, just because he decided to start. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know what blessings you're blocking with your own self. Just blocking your own self from doing things. If I would have told myself I'm not going to Atlanta because I don't want to deal with the anxiety of this and that and the third, I would have not had my life so enrichedly blessed by the experience that I had down there. From the time Lambo, from the time I got on that plane, I literally, and my wife knows this, I literally stay up all night before I take flights because I want to knock out on the plane.
Right.
I want to be asleep on the plane. And we talking about a 6 a.m. flight. So you know I'm trying to be asleep. But then I see my brother Larry get on that plane, and he just happens to be right next to me in first class. When I tell you we talked the entire time till we saw you in the airport and y'all left. Yeah. We talked the entire time. Yeah. Granted, I was tired that whole day, but it was worth it. These experiences are so worth it. They're so worth it. Just from starting.
And I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I really want to talk about that. There's experience, just to kind of add, when we seen each other all at the airport. Yeah. We're all taking pictures and everything. And BLJ said, man, I'm going to be on my way because of these opportunities and networking with each other. Yeah. BLJ got a chance to do something so dope, so cool, so everything. He posted it to his story. So y'all go follow BLJ on Instagram, man. Yeah. BLJ, make sure y'all go follow him, tap in. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. If you ain't following me at BANKOFJHAROL on Instagram, listen, I'm like Dion. I ain't hard to find. Yeah. So, which was super cool to see that play out like it did. This space awarded us all of that. That's right. So this space, a lot of us don't know where we would probably actually be to be connected with each other. That's right. So the connections made because of Larry, who was actually in the back of the plane. He was sitting in the last seat. Yep. Right? Yep. And he decided to go ahead and say, yo, I'm upgrading to first class. Didn't even know and everything, man. He was going to be next to you. Yep. So you look at that and how things played out. Everything, the structure itself for a reason. And it blessed and changed people's lives. Dude, it was none short of amazing. Yeah, man. I really want to thank you, BLJ, for this morning. Those been rocking with us, man. We truly, really want to thank y'all, man, for this morning. We didn't want to make this one so long. We really wanted to kind of get to the just. This is how we get down, Lambo. It's hard to keep us shut up for any time. It's hard. I had to apologize to Jackson and T other night because by the time I was getting ready to leave y'all's Airbnb, they were like, oh man, we gonna go ahead and go on home. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go on home. what Jackson said about you. Shout out to I think it's Jackson Armstrong, right? Jackson Armstrong, right?
Yep.
So shout out to what Jackson said about you the next day was a testament.
Yeah.
Of that. And we're wanting to meet. I mean, we only had so much time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We only had so much time. And so us trying to get together and do all of this stuff, man, we did. General, you did the best you could, man.
Yeah, I did. I was splitting time with family and Quartet family in Augusta, you know, so much. And I do want to speak on that after you're done saying what you're saying, Lambo. I want to thank some people, but go ahead and finish what you were saying.
So as we looked at over the weekend, and we talked about all of this stuff, and we're meeting people, shaking hands, pictures, amazing opportunity. We see how everything goes. One of the biggest things that I really decide to want to tell investors out there who are in this space, we literally, and even with this whole broadcast, if you've seen it, it was a theme of what to say, but not to say, being legal about things and everything.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, reach out to BOJ, because there was a huge connection made to that book that he showed y'all earlier. For those who've been trying to figure out what do I do with this crypto? I've got this crypto coming in.
Yeah.
How do I go on ahead, man, and secure myself? Do I report this? Do I report that? Who do I go to? You probably went to some CPAs, tried to figure these things out of who do I actually go to?
Yeah.
We're here to say after this event, there are ways, not only where you can physically earn the crypto, but get so much of it back as almost up to between 70 to 100% of your money.
Yep.
Depending on how you do this.
Yep.
So with that being said, that has been the big misconception, right? What should I do with this? What should I do with that? Can I tell y'all something? On the legal side of things, shout out to Gabby, shout out to Tim.
Yeah.
There are more benefits for the average crypto investor, the one who is being out here in these spaces, to take advantage of and get a hold of some people who can truly help you out.
That's right. That's right.
Am I lying? It's true or true?
Not lying at all. Not lying at all. If you're lying, I'm frying. I'm serious. And listen, I'm not the biggest book reader, y'all. I'm not. I'm an audio guy. I'm a visual guy. I mean, it goes right along with what I do on a daily basis. I'm an audiophile by nature. I can't help but find gratification in hearing things. So when I heard how Gabby and Tim have just affected so many lives of people that are in this space that we are so blessed to be earning in, right? And they said, go get this book.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm holding it up so y'all can see it. All right. Becoming Your Own Banker, the 5th edition. You know it's got to be good if there's 5 editions of this. You know it's got to be some value. And of course, in an ever-changing industry, things have to update. So understand that as well. But listen, we're committed to not only earning in this space and learning in this space, but figuring out ways to make it work for us.
Facts.
Not just us always working for it.
Facts. We
got to find a way for it to work for us. If you're trying to 10X, if you're trying to have the billionaire conversation with bees, where we're starting I promises and sporting facilities. Like I have a dream of going to my father's hometown in McGee, Mississippi, and taking some of the land that we have down there and building a sports complex down there. Why not? All sports, baseball, football, basketball, they all have a place in the community where they can come and not just be dealing with no rinky-dink, somebody put a soccer goal and a football post on the same post, and we all just running around playing football together. No, we're going to have turf, and we're going to have facilities, and we're going to have indoor, outdoor. We're going to be, I mean, the things that are on our docket to do, you know, educating the masses, educating the children, you know, giving the youth a better opportunity in our different communities. That's what it's about. It ain't about trying to take all everybody else's money.
Facts.
Now, OPM is great.
It's real good.
OPM is real good now. For those of you that don't know what OPM is, you should go figure it out.
Yeah. Real good.
It's real good. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got the means to put it right back. But at the end of the day, the opportunities are there out there for us, and we just got to be willing to go and learn enough and then apply what the application of the knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot say it enough because it's something that's affected me personally. Sometimes I'll spend all day learning things and I'm like, why didn't the needle move for me? You know, we've talked about this in business. You know, why didn't the needle move for me before? Why are some of the needles not moving for me now? It's because of the application of the knowledge that I receive. You have to be willing to applicate it. You have to be willing to apply it. You have to be willing to learn what to apply and when to apply it.
Facts.
So.
No lies told there, Bill J. I think that was probably the ultimate closeout you could have did right there.
Man, oh man.
Wonderful show, man. Because you
listen, let's show a little love to the people in the comment section.
Man.
I know you love to do that, and I don't have the fancy technology just yet to be popping up different comments on the bottom of the screen from YouTube and Facebook. But I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna take some time to shout out some people. You know, Ford Financial Planning is in the building, and he said, in this space, the more you compound, the more you're pulling the slot machine. That's right, brother. We got Passive Income Demand is in the building. Rashid Next Level stopped in to say what's up. Kenara Haney's in the building. Felicia Horton, Brian Tucker. There's a lot of people saying, hey, what makes this opportunity different than the next? Or I would love the new opportunity information. My information is in the description below. All right. So if you click on show more, it'll have my email. It's got my Instagram. I even got a Twitch, y'all. I even got a Twitch. So listen, I ain't hard to find. If you want that information, you can always reach out to me. I also have a Telegram. I'm not on WhatsApp that often, but I do have WhatsApp. So if you have my personal number, then you'll know how to reach me on WhatsApp. If you don't have my personal number and you think you're talking to me on WhatsApp, you're probably not. All right. So I just want to get that out there. But ladies and gentlemen, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 10 times for your boy, Lambo Drew, for joining us today on the BOJ YouTube channel. Listen, I was thinking to myself, I was like, am I going to even get a chance to get another video out today? I think this might be it. We just going to drop game on a Tuesday and we're going to share with people the amazing thing that we were able to experience. And I'm looking forward to being able to do this more often with more people. You know, we're excited about this space. We're excited about what it's enabling us to do outside of this space.
Yes.
The relationships that we're able to cultivate, not just have, but we're able to build those relationships because of these things. You know, time freedom is something that we're thinking is an actual possibility these days. There's a time where I was like, man, sometimes I still battle with this because, you know, I'm Lambo, you know, I'm a busy guy in and outside this space. So I'm still praying about my time freedom right now. I promise you I am. But this has enabled these things have enabled me more opportunity. I know they've done a lot for you, just to really be able to do the things that we want to do with our time, whether it be masterminding with our business associates and our friends and family, or if it's just spending time with our loved ones in the ways that we want to, making memories for, and shout out to your beautiful family, your wife and your children, you know, creating memories with them. This is what this is about, man. We work so hard so that we can go and give our people what they never even dreamed of having.
Yeah. Facts.
They never even dreamed of having some of the things that we're going to be able to do. And I pray that same ability for everybody watching this call, and even those that ain't. I want everybody to feel like when Israel Adesanya won his fight and he grabbed that mic and he said, I want everybody to feel like this. I want everybody to feel like this, because when you put in the work and you get out there and grind and you deal with adversity, you dealing with the haters, you dealing with people that said you couldn't, that bet against you, literally. Literally put money against you. And you come out on top. I want everybody to feel like that at least once in their life.
Well, hold on. We gotta do his favorite after he won the fight.
3 times. Boom. Boom. It's, man, For those of you that don't know, me and Lambo are former athletes. We can't get down like we used to, but we still got that juice in us, man. We still got. I see Kobe back there. He proud of you, Lambo.
Hey,
He's proud of you, man.
Shout out to Cole, man, dog, man. Man, you already know what that is, man. It is funny. One quick thing. So we had the Airbnb, and my favorite drink I drink every day, right, is Body Armor. Shout out. And it's the perfect one for cold, right? Yeah. I drink it every day. I don't miss a day. Bill J sees it sitting in there. He said, yo, this is my favorite drink. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and I say, bro, you know Lambo bought that in here, right?
I was like, man, I wish you had some more because they about to be gone if I get into these shows. Yeah. I was like, all your Mambas about to be gone. Listen, if shameless plug for the grape, the grapes, whatever other flavors in that Mamba Body Armor. My goodness. Yeah. Oh, some untasted goodness, man, in heaven. Thank y'all. Thank you for that, BOJ. Of course, man. Thank you.
Just you showing up, showing love, man, and just being you. And, you know, to all the people, we thank all the people. Like, if we miss you, we thank you. We miss dropping your name. We thank you. Levi and his wonderful wife, Brittany. John George.
Yeah.
Remember, John George came and grabbed you and took a picture with you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Man, so many. I'd be in trouble if I tried to name everybody.
Yeah, and that's why I said it. That's why I did my post. I'm not naming names.
But listen, I want to say this to those of you that are still watching, 37 of y'all that are still watching. If you ever see me, right, you can say hi. Yeah. I'm not the guy. And Lambo saw. I'll talk to everybody that I can. Yeah, I really will. Because I understand what it meant for me. For some of the leaders to spend some time and just say hello to me, take a picture with me. Like I'm all about giving that energy back. And if you throwing positive vibes my way, you're gonna see this smile, you know. And a lot of people say, well, you're big, but you're lighthearted. You know, I'm light in the heart, but just don't play with your boy, you know. Because just like Lambo said, God got me too now, and He gonna protect me. He keep his hand on his children now.
Oh boy,
He keep his hand on his children.
Yeah, but there's like some boys like BOJ. BOJ is the Peter out there, right? You cut up right the wrong way. He chopping off your ear. So
and don't do it in the A.
Don't do it in the A. Hey, all I can say is, you know, I love it what the A did, and BOJ had a great time, man.
Yeah, man.
Enjoyed himself, but I just got to leave the broadcast with this one thing.
Yeah.
Nobu.
And shout out to Nobu Atlanta for showing us a great time too. That was awesome. That was awesome. Before we get out here, just real quick, I want to take some time, and I'll probably do another video separately dedicated to this. Those of you that have been watching my channel, you know, a part of my trip down to Georgia was to go to Augusta, to the Quartet Music Awards, to represent my group New Vision from Washington, D.C. It turns out that I was the only DCian in the building, and we didn't come out with the award, but I want to just take this time to thank everyone for allowing us that opportunity to be there in number and support the others, and for everyone that voted for New Vision, for everyone that voted for Eric Bossman Graham. Eric Bossman Graham brought back Best MC. So we gotta clap it up for that. We did bring some hardware back to DC. We did bring some hardware back to DC, and I couldn't have been more proud of the group that won Best Emerging Group, Bree Holly and Faithful. We love Bree Holly. She's amazing. She's been on shows with us. She's brought us to her anniversary. That is Quartet family. They are literally like the lady version of us. So as soon as they said her name, I even got a video. I was screaming. I was like, yeah, Bree, yeah. Because it was that night. That night was such a spectacular event. So many. I haven't even told you when I got there. The Miller Theater building, the power had went out 3 hours before.
Wow.
So they didn't start the event till 1 hour and 15 past the time that they were supposed to. So I couldn't stay for the whole time, but shout out to that whole team. Shout out to everyone down there, and then shout out to the whole community for taking the time out to vote for us and vote for Eric Bossman Graham. We do not take it lightly, and we just continue to ask you guys to pray for us as we continue to do God's work and what He's allowed us and anointed us to do, as well as we're doing it here. We're trying to do it as well over there, and we're just blessed. So thank you to all the people that took the time to vote for us. We didn't bring it back this time, but next time we're gonna do it even better. We're gonna bring back best male group. We're gonna bring back best overall. We're gonna bring back something like that. It won't be the emergent. It won't be the emergent thing. It won't be the up and coming thing anymore.
Right.
We're gonna be the ones vying for the big thing. You know,
it's out there in the atmosphere
the whole time.
It's in the atmosphere, so you gotta go ahead and live it up. It's in the atmosphere.
I put it out there. Thank you, Lambo. Thank you for just everything that you bring to the space, man. Thank you for spending that time going down to Atlanta so that we could have this conversation for the people, so they can understand and know that there are people out there that think just like us and are moving just like us. And it could be you.
Facts.
It could be any one of you guys watching this video right now. It just takes a decision.
Yep.
It just takes a choice.
Yep. And I will say this, there's a lot of people, man, who've been in that space of trying to figure out, should I make the move? Should I not make the move? Should I do it? Do it.
Yep.
Do it. You will live with the regret of not doing it.
That's right.
Last thing you want to do is to live with the regret of the possibility that your life could have changed or should have changed or would have changed if you stepped out there on faith.
That's right. That's right. And it only takes this much. It only takes this much, y'all.
I'm going to talk to you. There was a gentleman, and I'm going to say this there, who was there at the event. He had only purchased one package. That's all he had enough to do.
Yep.
Because what BOJ said, he shared his ability. He said, man, that's all I had was one package.
Yep.
So don't underestimate the power of one.
That's right.
And what he did was he shared it to everybody. To everybody he possibly could.
Yep.
That gentleman made so much money, he was making over $12,000 a month. He took that money, saved it up, invested it, bought over 100-some packages.
Wow.
He is now making almost $20,000 a month.
Wow.
Staying up there. Wow. Because the ability of one. So don't go ahead and despise small beginnings. Because just one package and you sharing that journey, that opportunity with somebody could change your life and change your life for the best.
That's right. That's right. My goodness. Couldn't have said it better myself, man. Thank you for your time. Let's leave it on that. Let's let that resonate with the people. Thank you all for watching. Those of you that have been watching with us, I think we had almost 100 people in the building today. And I know it was impromptu. We didn't give too much warning, but we thank you guys for showing support anyway. To our normal crew, the folk that come out all the time, whenever they see us show up, they come out. Thank you guys. You know who you are. We wouldn't be where we are without you. Both sitting here as 20,000 strong plus subscribers on YouTube. And when I tell you, I did not set out, and I'm sure Lambo probably didn't set out with that number in his mind. That's why every time when I tell him, okay, you did 20, now let's go get 50. He be like, all right, be all right now. All right, cool it now. Cool it. But we just put that stuff in the atmosphere. And hopefully we are testaments to what could happen for you.
Facts.
With that being said, please put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right, ask me how I know. And you can ask me. I'll tell you. It's not very fun at all. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man in the comment section. Just like he is on every other video, I'm sure he will be on this video as well. So stay diligent and vigilant in the comment section and in this space in general. Ladies and gentlemen, Lambo Drew.
Yeah.
BOJ.
Yeah.
And we out.